everyone, it's Olivia from Girlybunches, and in this week's video I'm going to be showing you how to do this really unusual, cute looking block stitch. So this stitch looks quite difficult to do, it's actually very simple to do, and if you're a beginner this would be a great project to stun all your friends at how talented you are. It looks a little bit like a granny stitch if you look at these sort of areas here, but it's different because there's less holes. It's very simple to do, it's worked in trebles and doubles. But if you're a USA or Canadian term user, then you'll probably know those as doubles and singles. But I'm British, so I use British terminology, and to me they're trebles and doubles, and some chains, which we always need to get our crochet work done. And it's worked in a slightly different way to how most work is done. So with work we go one way, then we work back the other way, then we work the other way. Whereas this is we work one way, and then we work the same direction again, then we work back, then we work this row, and then we work back. So I'll explain that in the tutorial, and I really hope you enjoy it. So to start off our block stitch in crochet, what we need to do is we need a starting foundation chain, which we need to make a multiple of 3 plus 2. So here I have 17 chains, so that's my 15 is my multiple of 3 plus 2 gives me 17. So into the 5th chain from the hook, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I'm going to do my first treble. So you may know that as a double crochet, but I am British and I call that a treble. They are the same stitch, and there is our first treble done. So the 4 that we haven't worked is represents 3 chains, which would replace a treble, and a chain that treble would have been worked into. So that's why there's 4 there. Okay, and then all the way along we're just going to do a treble into each of the chains until we get to the end. So I'll just do that, and as I make my way across, if you don't know how to do a treble, or if you know it as a double, I've got videos which I've done for all the basic stitches, and I'll put a link to those in the description box, or as one of the little pop-up card things that pop up in the corner here. Very useful. And yeah, I'm going to make my way to the end. So there we go, I've made my way to the end, and I've got 14 trebles now, and that's including this, which is 3 chains, which replaces that first treble. So now what we're going to do is we're not going to continue. What we're going to do is we're going to do the second row. Now normally we would now crochet up a number of stitches, turn the work and start working back this way, but we're not going to do that. We're going to stay working from the right hand side towards the left hand side. So what we're going to do now is take our second colour, in this case my blue. Oops, I'm going to attach that to my hook with a slip knot, and then I'm going to do a join, so in between that first 3 chains there and that treble. So I'm just going to put the hook between those like so, and just do a slip stitch, which is just bringing the yarn through like that. And then I'm going to do a double crochet, which you may know as a single crochet, but because I'm British I call it a double. And then I'm going to do 2 chains, and then I'm going to skip 1, 2, 3 trebles, and in between the 3rd and the 4th one I'm going to put the hook through between those 2 stitches. So I'm not putting them into a stitch, into the top of the stitch, I'm putting it through that gap there. Get that to show you. So that gap there between the 3rd and the 4th one, I'm going to do another double, and I'm going to chain 2, get some more yarn, and again I'm going to miss 1, 2, 3 trebles, and between 1, 2, 3 and the 4th one, so the 3rd and 4th one, I'm going to put my hook through, do a double like that, and then 2 more chains, and you keep repeating that all the way to the end. 1, 2, 3, and then between the third and the fourth one you do, get that up the way, you'll double. Okay, and here you'll fasten off that colour. So yes, there'll be a few ends, but it'll be pretty. Fasten that off, and now we're going to work the third row going back as we would normally, but instead of working our stitches into this first row, we're going to work them into this second row. So to do the third row, we're going to chain 3 to replace our first treble, turn the work around, and then we're going to do 3 trebles into that 2 chain space that we made with in our second row with our second colour. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and now I'm not going to do any chains or anything like that to separate them. I'm just going to keep working all the way along, working 3 chains into the 2 chain spaces, and when I get to the end I'm going to work 3 chains into the top of that first row. So I'll show you what I mean when I get there. So I'm just going to work my way across by doing the 3 trebles into the 2 chain spaces. And now I'm just going to get that tail end out of the way and do my last treble into the top of those 3 chains that we did at the beginning. Get that so you can see. A bit fiddly with those other stitches there, but when you find one to go through, there we go. There we go. And now I'm just going to pull that loop up. And now, again, what we're going to do is start from the right hand side and do the same thing again. Join the second colour and do the 2 chain spaces so that when we work back the other way, we can work our stitches into those chain spaces. And that really is it. So I'm just going to do that. I'm just going to do that one more time. So there you go, really quick, simple little tutorial there, nothing really difficult to explain, and you just keep going, doing those different rows, and as you can see you get these lovely little flashes of colour. I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial. As you can see, it's really simple and it'd be a great one for beginners. You could get a project made with this, like a simple blanket. It'd be really easy to do for just a throw. You don't even have to do a big full-size blanket, but this would be really nice and great for a baby's blanket, I think, especially with little flashes of colour. And I think it looks a bit unusual, as in it looks more complicated than it really is, which is always nice, isn't it? Especially if you just learnt a new skill and then you get to do something that people might not think is too easy to do, and you can stun and amaze all your friends at how talented you are, which of course you are. Okay, so thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, I would love a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, why not hit that subscribe button down there? I would really love it if you did. That way you will then get to see each of my videos. Well, you'll get to see them anyway, but you'll get notified of when my videos get uploaded, and I always upload a video once a week, and it will be every weekend. And yeah, I'm open to suggestions, so if you want to put a suggestion in the comments box down below, or if you have any questions about what I did in this tutorial, please do let me know, and I will see you in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye!